everyone. We are on page 71. It's listening time. Honesty pace. I can work out the kind of information I need to complete in a listening task. Evet, boşluk doldururken ya da soru cevaplarken ne tür bilgiye ihtiyacım var? Bunun üzerine mi duracağız? Dinleme sorularında tabii ki. And here's a question for you. Have you ever found any money that was not yours? And what did you do with it? So Unit-7 is about money, and we are going on with the money-related words. And now listen to the story about Glenn James. What did he do? Listen to it, please.
Lesson 7C, Exercises 2 and 4.
Glenn James didn't expect to get a reward for what he did. He thought he was just doing the right thing. But because of his honesty, this poor homeless man from Boston now has enough money to live comfortably. Last February, James, who has been homeless for 5 years, was in a shopping centre when he noticed a bag on the floor. Nobody was near it. He picked it up and looked inside. He couldn't believe his eyes. There was $42,000 in cash and traveller's checks in the bag. James didn't think for one moment of keeping the money. He left the shopping centre and stopped a police car that was passing and handed the bag to them. The bag also contained passports and tickets, and the police soon found the owner of the bag, a Chinese student who was visiting Boston. When Ethan Whittington, a manager at an advertising agency, heard the story on the news, he decided to help James. He wanted to make life better for him. 26-year-old Whittington set up a website where people could donate money to James. He hoped to raise $50,000, but soon there was over $100,000. James is surprised and delighted at receiving the money. "I was only doing the right thing," he says. "Now I'll have enough money to open a bank account."
What did he do? He found a lot of money in a shopping center and he was homeless. He was homeless and he gave it to the police. Oh, sorry. He gave it to the police, Yeah. Although he was homeless, he handed it to the police. Okay. Here is the listening part, listening strategy. Before you listen carefully, read the summary and think about what you need to fill each gap. Think about the part of speech, noun, adjective, verb, etc. and the kind of information, a date, time, number, age, place, and adjective that describes a feeling, etc. That should go in each gap. Evet, hani yapıyoruz ya zaten. Dinlemeden önce bir okuyoruz soruları. İşte ne tür bilgiye ihtiyacın var? Mesela şöyle bakalım. What kind of information do you need for each answer? Direkt boşlukları doldurmaya çalışmayın. Buraya ne tür bir kelime gelecek? Ona bir odaklanalım önce. Glenn James lives in Boston, but for the past 5 years he... Şimdi özne var. Buraya bir action gelecek. Sanki bir iş, hareket gelecek değil mi? Bir fiil eksik burada. Ya da last February he found a bag in... Bir yerde, içinde diyor. Bir yer, lokasyon sanki bir place gelecek buraya. Inside the bag there were a lot of... çantanın içinde bir sürü ne var? A noun. You need a noun for the third blank. Instead of keeping it, he reported it. Onu rapor etti. Kime? Birine ya da bir kuruma gibi bir şey lazım. They managed to find the owner of the bag, who was gene bir meslek gibi sanki. Çantanın sahibi bir kimdi? Bir şeydi. Ethan Whittington heard a story. Gene bir hikaye duydu, bir yerde duydu. Yer, place olabilir. And immediately decided to help Glenn by setting up a website and asking people to donate money. He managed to raise for Glenn. Başardı. Raise toplamaktı. Ne toplamayı? Şuraya bir para ya da bir miktar, amount gibi bir şey lazım. Öyle değil mi? Bakalım öyle mi? Evet, öyle demiş. Her biri için. Tamam, dinleyelim o halde şimdi. Listen to the story again and complete the summary in exercise 3. Use between 1 and 3 words in each gap. Tamam mıdır? 1 ila 3 kelime. İşte birincisi için ne diyor? Bir action. İşte bir hareket lazım, bir fiil lazım. İkincisi bir lokasyon, bir isim. Neler? Dinleyelim bakalım.
Lesson 7C, exercises 2 and 4.
Glenn James didn't expect to get a reward for what he did. He thought he was just doing the right thing. But because of his honesty, this poor homeless man from Boston now has enough money to live comfortably. Last February, James, who has been homeless for 5 years, was in a shopping centre.
So, Glenn James lives in Boston, but for the past 5 years he has been homeless. Bir verb ihtiyacı var, bir action ihtiyacı var demiştik. 5 yıldır ifadesi evsizdi. Okay.
When he noticed a bag on the floor. Nobody was near it. He picked it up and looked inside.
Ayrıca ilk cümle için ne diyordum? Yine ilk durdurduğum yerde ikinciyi de açmam gerekiyordu. Last February he found a bag in bir lokasyon ihtiyacı, bir place ihtiyacı var diyorduk. Nerede buldu? Yine shopping center, on the floor. And
He couldn't believe his eyes. There was $42,000 in cash and traveller's checks in the bag.
Ne varmış? Money. Bir isme ihtiyacımız var diyorduk üçüncü boşluk için.
James didn't think for one moment of keeping the money. He left the shopping centre and stopped a police car that was passing and handed the bag to them.
O zaman dördüncü, instead of keeping it, evet kendini almak yerine he reported it. Kime? To the police. Polise bildirdi.
The bag also contained passports and tickets, and the police soon found the owner of the bag, a Chinese student who was visiting Boston.
They managed to find the owner of the bag. Kimmiş? Student. A Chinese student.
When Ethan Whittington, a manager at an advertising agency, heard the story on the news, he decided to help James. He wanted to make life better for him. 26-year-old Whittington set up a website where people could donate money to James. He hoped to raise $50,000.
On the news, buraya atladık. Nerede gördü James'in haberini? On the news. Yine bir lokasyon ihtiyacı var demiştik 6. boşluk için. Ve
But soon there was over $100,000. James is surprised and delighted at receiving the money. I was only doing the right thing, he says. Now I'll have enough money to open a bank account.
ne kadar toplamayı başarmıştı? Bir para miktar, amount ihtiyacı var demiştik. Bu da $100,000 üstünde dedi. Yani önce boşlukları doldurmadan önce ne tür bilgiye ihtiyacımız olduğunu konuştuk. Ardından dinleyerek boşluk doldurduk. Peki. Let's go. And now, vocab part. Check the meaning of the verbs below. Find 4 pairs of verbs with the opposite meanings. Okay, let's check them. Raise money. Bunu yazmamışız. Bir de bunu ekleyelim. Para toplamak dedik değil mi? Effort, gücü yetmek, finansal olarak gücü yetmek. I can't afford to buy a Porsche. Borrow and lend. Borrow, ödünç. Almak, lend, ödünç, vermek. Charge. For example, in a shop, in a clothes shop, the person at the cashier, he charged me 50 liras for a t-shirt. Benden tahsil etti. 50 lira tahsil etti. Benden kesti, aldı anlamında. He charged me. Cost, a t-shirt Şunu şöyle örnek yazalım o zaman. Oops. The cashier charged me 50 liras. Okay. The t-shirt, for a t-shirt, and the t-shirt costs 50 liras. Benden tahsil etti, charged me. Mal olmak 50 liradır. 50 liraya mal olur fiyatı söylerken. Borçlu olmak. I owe you. I owe you 50 lira. Liras. Sana 50 lira borçluyum. Run out of. Tükenmek, bitmek. Bu yine bir yerlerde geçmiştim. Waste ve spend farkına bakalım. İkisi de harcamak ama waste'te ne var? Unnecessarily. Spend unnecessarily. Okay. Oops. Spend unnecessarily. Harcamak ama bu çarçur etmek dedik. Save ve save up var. İkisi de biriktirmek ama save'in ikinci anlamı neydi? Kaydetmek anlamında biliyoruz. Biriktirmek, save, save up. Eğer bir nüans varsa arasında save up'ta bir specific reason. Hani ev almak için para biriktiriyorum. İşte seyahat etmek için, seyahate çıkmak için para biriktiriyorum gibi bir özel bir sebep var. Ama save genel olarak daha az harcamak. Hani herhangi bir para biriktiriyorum. Tamam. Ama ikinci anlamı zaten kaydetmek olan save. Kurtarmak var. Bir de onu yazmamışız. Bir de kurtarmak var. Değil mi? Tamam. Save para konusunda save up'la birbirinin yerine kullanılabilir. Ama bir nüans istiyorsak da illaki bir fark çıkaracaksak da bir amaç için para biriktirmek ama genel olarak para biriktirmek gibi olur. Tamam. Bir de ne var orada? Be short of mu vardı? Be short of. Without anlamında o da. Tamam. Be short of. Without. I'm short of money. I'm without money. Without diyebiliriz. I'm short of money. I'm without money. I'm short of food. Yemeksizim. Parasızım. Okay. And run out of tüketmek dedik. Let's go back here. Now. You know lose, you know sell. You remember refund? Get a refund. Geri ödeme almak. Ya da vermek. You're going to hear 5 speakers. Read the questions below and predict the kind of information you need to answer each one. Tamam. Yine önce soruları cevaplamayacağız. Soruyu cevaplamak için ne tür bilgi ihtiyacımız oldu? Where did you buy the present? Where did the boy buy the present? Nerede dediğine göre bir lokasyona ihtiyacım var değil mi? Nereden aldı? Yer lazım. Who does the girl like to spend money on? Kime diyor? Kime para harcamayı sever? You need someone. Birine ihtiyacın var. Who diye sormuş. How did they pay for the baseball cap? Nasıl ödedi? Ödeme türü. How much pocket money? Bir miktara ihtiyacın var. And when? Zamana ihtiyacın var. Öyle değil mi? Peki dinleyelim bakalım.
Lesson 7C, exercises 8 and 9. 1.
I was in town last week looking for a present for my friend Amy. I looked in loads of shops, but I couldn't find anything. Finally, I went into a clothes store. It's not a good idea to buy clothes for people unless you know them really well, but I found a nice scarf. Amy is quite fussy, but hopefully she'll like it. I'll keep the receipt in case she wants to take it back. Anyway, I was about to pay for it when I dropped some coins on the floor. And as I picked them up, I noticed a £10 note on the floor. I handed it to the shop assistant, and she said she'd keep it in case anyone came back for it.
2.
I'm always short of money. I don't get much pocket money and I seem to spend it as fast as I get it. I don't think I waste money on things I don't need. In fact, I prefer to spend money on other people, like my family and friends. Anyway, I ran out of money last week and I really need some for a cinema ticket. My friend Sam offered to lend me some money, but I already owe him money, so I asked my sister Leia. She said she was short of money herself, so she said no. I guess I'll have to borrow from Sam again.
3.
I bought a baseball cap yesterday, but as I was leaving the checkout, I noticed that the shop assistant had overcharged me. I was paying by card and I didn't check the amount before I entered my PIN. Anyway, I'm sure the price ticket on the shelf was £10, but she charged me £15. I complained and tried to get my money back. She refused. I said, "You have to sell things for the price that is marked on the shelf." She said I was wrong and I got a bit cross, but it didn't help. She said, "You can have all the money back, but I can't give it to you for £10. I bought it anyway, but I'm glad I did. Although it's quite expensive, it's a brilliant cap.
4.
It's always a mistake to buy things in a sale. Okay, so everything is much cheaper, but I always ask myself, would you buy it if it was full price? If the answer is no, probably not, then I don't buy it in the sale. In fact, I prefer to buy really good quality clothes, and I don't mind paying a bit more for them. There's a lovely leather jacket that I want, but it costs so much. I only get £6 a week from my parents, so I'll have to wait a while before I can afford it. I'm sure Dad would lend me the money if I asked him, but I'd rather not.
5.
Last month I borrowed some money from my parents to buy a necklace. I don't normally spend a lot of money on myself, and I don't normally borrow money either. But I fell in love with this necklace, although it cost far more than I normally spend on jewellery. Even my mum thought it was expensive. She said, "Why don't you save up for it?" and tried to persuade me not to buy it. But I didn't listen. I bought it anyway. A week after I bought it, I decided I didn't like it after all, so I decided to return it to the shop. But I couldn't find the receipt. The sales assistant refused to give me a refund or to exchange it, which is fair enough. I've wasted a lot of money, and I owe my mum £60.
Okay. Can you answer these questions? Here is the key. Where did the boy buy the present? In a clothes store. Who does the girl like to spend money on? The second speaker. On other people, like her family and friends, by credit card. The third speaker. How much pocket money does the girl receive? £6 a week. And when did the girl return the item, the necklace, the item to the shop? After 1 week after. Okay, I'm not going to start the listening part again because it's more than 4 minutes, so you can replay it to answer these questions. Listen again, match speakers 1-5 with sentences AF, there is one extra. Okay, you will write the numbers of the speakers. But there are 6 sentences, but we listen to the 5 speakers. One of them is extra. Which speaker tried to borrow money from a family member? Which speaker had an argument with a shop assistant? You will write the numbers here. Numbers of the speakers, okay? You can replay it, and here is the key. Sentence D is extra. Okay? And here's the vocab part. Let's go back to part 6. Find 4 pairs of verbs with opposite meanings. Zıt anlamlara yazdık. Bulmamızı istiyor. Bir bakalım. Borrow land. Bunu şurada göstermiştim. Borrow land. Diğerleri. Buy, sell. Give a refund. Get a refund. Save up and spend. And now, complete the questions with the correct form of the verbs from exercise 6. Onlarla. Correct form diyor. Tense'e dikkat edeceğiz. İşte şimdiki zaman mı, geniş zaman mı, past tense mi, perfect tense mi? Tamam. Do not use any verbs more than once. Just once. Birden fazla yok. Okay, you can pause the video and complete the gaps. Careful about the tense again. And here is the key. Does anybody owe you any money? Sana borç para verir mi? Demiş. Owe. The initials, the first letters are given to you. Do you ever? Geniş zaman demiş. Borrow. Geniş zaman. Fiilin birinci hali o zaman. From your family dediğine göre ailenden alır mısın? Ödünç alır mısın? Have you ever? Şimdi perfect tense'de kurmuş. O zaman D'li hali değil, T'li hali. Üçüncü hali. Have you ever lent anyone any money? Hiçbirine para ödünç verir misin bu kez? Are you demiş. Şimdiki zamana ihtiyacın var. Para biriktiriyor musun? Money. For anything at the moment. What is the most expensive thing you have ever? Gene bir perfect tense var. O zaman kullanacağın fiilin üçüncü hali bought. Aldığın, satın aldığın en pahalı şey. Has a shop assistant. Yine bir perfect tense var. Ever charge diyor. Senden çok para tahsil etti mi, kesti mi aldığın bir şey için? How much do you? Geniş zaman var. Spend. How about about how much? Does a burger, does demiş geniş zaman, kullanacağım fiilin geniş zaman hali. Cost. Kaça mal olur? Kaç para tutar? And have you ever? Yine bir perfect tense. Verb 3 lazım. Sold demiş. Okay. And that's the end of the listening part. Please note down the words, the new vocabulary on your notebooks. Bye bye.